What's going on, YouTube? Debonair D, and as you can see, I got my scarf on. I'm just sitting around the house kicking it, man. And I was just thinking about a lot of different things that I've been seeing. As you get older, you become more and more observant, and just you kind of reach a point where you say, "Okay, I gotta say something about this." So, as you can see by the title, I wanted to talk about the importance of a person doing their due diligence and researching and actually looking and investigating through that paperwork before you start making accusations and slandering somebody's name. Let me tell you guys something. One thing about paperwork doesn't lie. Paperwork, when they create those court documents and they release them, which is all public record, anybody can look up any court documents. When those court documents are released, those people don't have any sort of bias. They don't care if you're a pimp. They don't care if you're a gangster. They don't care if you're just a regular civilian, man, woman, pedophile, rapist. Whatever title you profess and whatever title you actually do possess, those people have no bias. White, black, it doesn't matter. They don't have any sort of bias. Those court documents are just going to tell you exactly what happened, how it happened, and when it happened. And anytime you have been convicted of a crime, and let me just right quick, let me give you guys a little bit of a lesson, because apparently everybody doesn't know this either. I was talking to this female one time, and she was telling me she had a case, and I asked, did she get convicted? And she was like, no, I didn't do any jail time. When you are found guilty of a crime, that is a conviction. You do not have to do any jail time to be convicted of a crime. You can be convicted of having speeding tickets. I mean, conviction just means you are found guilty. A non-conviction is when you are found innocent. It doesn't matter how much jail time you served, how much prison time you served. Those are irrelevant to whether or not you were found guilty or not guilty. So now that I got that out the way, anytime you are found guilty of a crime and you have charges that have been placed against you after you have been found guilty, everything that transpires within that courtroom and while you're in a correctional facility or a prison system, whatever the case is, all of that will be recorded. So whether or not you were in PC, what level yard you were on, what happened in the courtroom, what happened when you were found guilty, what happened when you were sentenced, what happened at your parole hearing, whatever the case is, all of that will be documented. So I'm saying all this to say, it's kind of sad because, of course, this video is for everybody, but it's kind of sad that there's, a saying that's been around for a very long time. And it says, if you want to keep a black person from knowing something, put it in a book. And, I hate to say it, but there's a lot of truth in that statement, especially in today's times, because people are just not they're not doing their due diligence to research to see if these rumors that have been placed against somebody, whether it be a nigga from the other side, whether it be a nigga who was cool with them at one point, whether it be a family member, whatever the case is, a lot of people aren't taking the time to see if those accusations are actually true. Um, you know, and a lot of times these rumors are started because people in the streets know, these people that create these rumors, they know that if there's two ways to really get people to turn on somebody, it's two different rumors you could start. One, you could call somebody a homosexual, or you could say they're a snitch. And usually the snitch jacket is easier to put on somebody because if you've been in the streets, you've most likely been to jail and you've had cases that have had other people involved. So it's very easy for people to put that snitch jacket on you. And people that create these rumors, they know, man, nobody's going to research. Nobody's going to look up the paperwork to actually see if what they're saying is true. They're just going to run with it. And, that happens so often. But a lot of these rumors could be dispelled just like that if people would take the time to go search that paperwork, man. That paperwork is free. Sometimes you do have to pay like a penny a page, like if you go to somewhere like pacer.gov or something like that. But come on, man. We're talking about somebody's reputation. We're talking about somebody's integrity, their values, their principles. At the bare minimum, they deserve to get their paperwork read. You feel me? And that's something that a lot of people just aren't doing in today's times anymore. Like I said, man, that paperwork isn't going to lie. If you snitched on somebody, it's going to be in that paperwork. If you didn't snitch, it's not going to be in the paperwork. A lot of you guys, I know a lot of people haven't been in courtrooms, but you ever watch Law and Order or something like that, and you have the person in the courtroom that types everything out, what the judge says, what the prosecutor says, what the defendant says, what the defense lawyer says, whatever. All of that will be transcribed in that paperwork. So if somebody made a statement, it's going to be there. No ifs, ands, or buts. You can't make a deal to where your name isn't in the paperwork. That's not happening. That's not happening. You could be the biggest snitch of all time. You could single-handedly take out every single cartel or take down every don, every mafia don, or take down every gang in existence with the words that you have to say. It doesn't matter, man. That stuff is going to be in the paperwork. They can't eradicate that from the paperwork. It's going to be there in that paperwork. It's going to be there in those black and whites. So for all you people who accuse people or you believe accusations that somebody has snitched or somebody is a rapist or a pedophile or, whatever the case is, man, do your due diligence, do your research, look up that paperwork. All the rumors can either be proven or dispelled with that paperwork. So I appreciate you guys watching, man. Peace.